funny, isn't it? How so many people in this world say they want nothing more than to be secure. Yes, if they could have security, they would be happy. Let me ask you a question. What is the most secure place on earth? You could say that one of the most secure places on earth is the maximum security prisons, where they have the worst of the worst killers and rapists and demented people that they keep locked up 23 hours a day in cells all by themselves. That's pretty secure, isn't it? That's no kind of life. Who the heck wants that? I don't. Which brings me to what we're going to be talking about today. See, a lot of people equate structure with being in prison. Like, oh, no, I can't structure every minute. I can't structure every day. I'm too busy. I got too many things coming up. I can't put structure in place because I'll feel like I'm locked down. And the fact is that structure equals freedom. So today we're going to talk about the 4-hour workday. After that, I want to know, what is your legacy? And then we'll take a little trip to Huddy's kindergarten class for a lesson I got there about being a free thinker. I remember when I first read Tim Ferriss's 4-hour work week, it blew my mind. I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to build a team of people all around the world to do my bidding while I sit on the beach with my feet up, sipping Coronas and watch the money come in. What a beautiful vision it was. And the only problem was that when I started building this internet business, which is now my podcast agency, the Podcast Factory, it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. And I'm sure that I made it a lot harder by learning too much and diving down rabbit holes and not keeping my eyes on the prize, which last week I told you how to do that, how to find your core values and how you can use that to find your ultimate purpose so that it drives you out of bed. So if you haven't listened to that, I would definitely go back and check that out because it'll simplify things. I wish I had that when I was first starting out. But back to the 4-hour work week, there was just no way that between my real estate business and this new business I was attempting to launch that I could work only 4 hours in a week, although I dreamt about it. And it seemed cool, but look, maybe that's not possible. But what if you could have a 4-hour workday? Now, here in the US, people are accustomed to 8-hour workdays. And if you add in the time they drive to work and drive back, they're probably 10 hours or more. And so a 4-hour workday would be an improvement. And if you're a busy entrepreneur, if you're running your business, if you're putting out fires, if you think that it's not possible, you got another thing coming. And so I actually talked about this in episode number 3. I accidentally went off the deep end on that one where I was talking about being selfish and managing your time. But look, 4-hour workday is entirely possible. And the way it starts is simply by doing a time audit. And I've told you that I use the tool Toggle. I believe it's TOGGL, where I track my time. And look, I love this tool because it's simple and because it has a few features that I like. But any tool that you can use, even if you have to start with a pen and paper, is fine. But what I like about Toggle in particular is that I can color code activities. So, for instance, recording this show right now and speaking with you would be highly productive activity because it's one of those one-to-many activities where I'm able to bond with you and I'm able to use this to bond with more people because it's leverage. And so this would be a green activity, just like writing or sales calls are all green activities for me. Now, other stuff like if I didn't have audio engineers and I had to go in and mess with this show after I'm done recording it, that would be filed under red. And I would see at the end of the week in Toggle, I would see all my green activities and all my red activities in a pie chart. And I could say, whoa, spent too much time on red activities. Got to figure out whether I need to find somebody to help me with those activities and delegate them, or whether I need to eliminate them. And that's the power of auditing your time, is you cannot improve the things you do not track. And when you track your time, you're able to see your weaknesses and your strengths, and you're able to cut out the stuff that's wasting your time, that's just sucking time out of your day, so that you can focus on those green activities, the money-making activities, the stuff that either brings money into your business or increases the value of your business. And so that's the way I would, if you're looking for a tip, that's the way I would break out activities. If an activity is bringing money into your business, which is sales, marketing, that kind of stuff, or if it's increasing the value of your business, which is actually what we're going to talk about in the next section, those are green activities. Spend more time on those activities. All the other stuff, maybe not as important. Maybe you can find somebody to help you with that other stuff. So didn't want to beat this up since I talked about it in episode 3, but look, you want a 4-hour workday? Maybe you can't have the 4-hour work week, but you can have a 4-hour workday. And it's simply by taking the time to track your day, audit your time, know how you are investing every minute of your day so that you can cut out the stuff that is not increasing the value of your business or bringing in revenue. And you will be amazed. You will be amazed at how much you could do in 4 hours once you're only focusing on the green money-making activities that you should be doing as the entrepreneur, as a visionary, as a leader of your company. Yeah. I know you were getting into that, but what kind of marketer would I be if I didn't make you an offer? So check this out. How would you like to spend more time with your family and less time on your business? Before anyone chooses to do business with you, they need to know one thing. Can I trust you? But building trust can take forever. And I know you don't have that kind of time. But what if there was a way to build trust in minutes instead of years? Would you want it? I know you would. So go grab yourself a copy of my Digital Daddies Toolkit. Inside, you'll get my top 3 speed influence tools to make you a trusted expert in any market fast. Go to daddiesworking.com/DDT to grab your copy today. Gosh, you ever feel run down, worn out? You're so tired because you're busy delivering for your clients who want results and have invested to work with you, and you are a person of integrity and you know you have to deliver. So you go above and beyond. You do anything you have to do to make sure that your clients are taken care of. But at some point, you're going to get burnt out. At some point, you're not going to be able to keep delivering at a high level if you're not taking care of yourself. And that's really why it's of the utmost importance right now that you start creating assets in your business. Yeah, assets. What kind of assets? What are we talking about? Assets? Is that money? Is that gold bars? What do we mean assets? So I know that if you're listening right now, you are looking to make a greater impact in your market. You are looking to make a mark on this world, and you want to have a legacy that outlives you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be spending time here trying to improve yourself. I know that. So this idea of creating assets is going to be one of the things that will carry you forward in creating your legacy, will give you the power to make the impact you want to make. And assets come in all different shapes and sizes. There's sales and marketing assets, a sales letter, a webinar, email campaign, that kind of thing. And then there's internal assets like the systems. For instance, with us, it's the direct response podcasting framework that came from years and years of doing podcasting, finding out what worked, finding out what didn't work, putting it in order, and delivering it to our clients. If you want to make an impact without getting burnt out, if you want to go back to that 4-hour workday, you got to start building assets in your business. And we talked about increasing the value of your business and bringing in cash. Well, to increase the value of your business, you have to put some frameworks in place, whether they're marketing frameworks to bring in clients or they're delivery frameworks so you're not getting burnt out dealing with everything your clients need. You got to put them on rails and deliver them to the promised land. And this is one of the things that we've been very good at here at the Podcast Factory and has helped us excel. And it's one of the things that you can implement into your business easily. Just create some systems for other people to follow so you're not doing all the work. So somebody else is able to do this. And this gives you leverage. This makes you a better leader. And this is going to give you the freedom which you need to create the legacy that you know you need to create. The legacy that outlives you, that keeps you in people's minds and makes you omnipresent. You got to start creating assets in your business immediately, friends. When we moved downtown, we started looking for a new school for Huddy. Time and time again, we heard about this magical school everyone wanted their kids to go to. They had a waiting list. They were all booked up. And they were more expensive than any of the other schools in the area. So, me and Cupcake, we had to find out what all the fuss was about. After the tour was over, we knew this was it. I was ready to throw a fistful of hundies at the director if she could just help us jump the line. But as luck would have it, some people on the list dropped out and we were able to snag a spot. Anyways, at the parent orientation, I heard something that was incredibly valuable. As soon as I heard it, I scrambled for my phone to note it down so I wouldn't forget. It's one of the most powerful lessons I've ever heard. Right there and then, I knew Cupcake and I made the right decision choosing this school for our son. So the director, she was giving a presentation, and in it, she was telling all the new parents what to expect. When she got to the bit about behavior problems, she gave this sage advice. Structure, routine, consistency. These 3 things will solve almost all emotional problems. Look, this advice isn't just for kindergartners. In fact, I'd say that it's more important for adults. So if you think that you can't schedule things, if you think that you don't want to be confined to a structure, if you don't like to plan too far ahead, here's some news, buckaroo. You may not need to do all of that stuff, but structure, routine, and consistency. Structure, making a plan, sticking to your plan. Routine, making sure that you check in with your plan daily. And consistency, making sure that you're taking steps to your goal. These will solve all problems. I'm going to say they'll solve all problems, not just emotional problems, business problems, life problems, anything. Structure, routine, consistency is what you need to get through in life. Whew. What a lot of ground we covered today, boys and girls. Actually, since this is called Daddy's Working, I imagine there are no women listening to me because they're like, who cares? I'm not a dad. So, men, what did we cover today? First, we talked about how you need to take control of your time and do a time audit. I gave you the tool Toggle and told you that the two most important things that you could be doing is increasing the value of your business and bringing in cash. Then we talked about leverage, leadership, legacy, creating assets in your business so you're not overworked, so that you're not burnt out, so that you can get consistent, predictable results. And then I told you a little bit about Huddy's kindergarten speech. Actually, that sounds wrong because Huddy didn't give the speech. The director did. But structure, routine, and consistency will solve almost all your problems. So that is it for this episode of Daddy's Working. We'll be back next time where I will share with you why you need to fail fast and often. Until next time.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.